Today we are going to talk about the molecular orbital theorem. Atoms combine to form molecules. Atoms combine to form molecules. Yes, this is the basic thing given. Valence bond theory and VSEPR theory explains the chemical bonding, shape, all those things. But these theories fail to explain the magnetic behavior, bond order, and other some observed properties. All these observed properties are explained by molecular orbital theory. For example, let us take of liquid oxygen. Take liquid oxygen. It has one unpaired electron. If suppose a molecule containing unpaired electron means it is a paramagnetic. And the bond order also we have to derive with the help of molecular orbital theory. Hund and Mulligan, two big scientists in 1932, give a revolutionary idea about the how a chemical combine together and how it is form a molecule. That idea is given. How the atomic orbitals combine to form molecule. That idea was given by Hund and Mulligan. Now I am going to tell the postulates. Postulates of atomic orbital. Postulates of molecular orbital theory. These postulates are the basic building block for the molecules to form. Okay. In this chapter, we already have finished valence bond theory, molecular orbital theory, hybridization, very important concept. sp hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp3 hybridization, all those things we have explained. sp3d, sp3d2, sp3d3, all are explained. Now I am going to start. Atomic orbitals, when they approach each other, they lose their identity and they will form new set of orbitals called molecular orbitals. See example, when two atoms combine together, what happens? They merge each other. They lose their identity. Electrons are formed here. So this is called molecular orbital. Molecular orbital. So these two atomic orbitals combine to form molecular orbital. The identity of this atomic orbital is different from this. The identity of this also different. So this is new set of molecular orbital. New set of molecular orbital. This is the first postulate given by Hund and Mulligan. The second postulate is atomic orbitals of almost equal energy or comparable energy combine together to form molecular orbital. So the second postulate is almost equal energy atomic orbitals. For example, 2p orbital combined with 2s orbital combined with 2p orbitals to form molecular orbital, to give molecular orbital. So this is the 2s and 2p are degenerate orbitals. 2p are degenerate. Degenerate meaning is they have equal energies. Degenerate orbitals. In second lesson we have discussed about the degeneracy. Degenerate orbitals means they have equal energy. 2s, 2p have equal energy. 3s, 3p, 3d equal energy. 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f are equal energy. So they are called degenerate orbitals. They have almost equal energy. So electron shift from s orbital to p orbital. That is electron promotion taking place. That also possible here. That is now I am explaining the third postulate. Third postulate. Number of atomic, two atomic orbital combine to give two molecular orbital. Two atomic orbital combine to give two molecular orbital. The shape of the molecular orbital depend upon the nature of the combining atomic orbital. That is called the molecular orbital nature. Now I am going to tell about one important thing. This is the fifth postulate. Molecular orbital, after forming the molecular orbital, if two atomic orbital combine to give molecular orbital, two molecular orbital, from that one molecular orbital have lowest energy and other molecular orbital have higher energy. Lower energy molecular orbital is called bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital, lower energy orbital. Lower energy orbital. And antibonding molecular orbital, higher energy molecular orbitals, MOT. Now I am going to explain with the atomic orbital. plus one more atomic orbital giving rise to two molecular orbital. So here both have equal energy. I told you that these are degenerate orbital, they have equal energy. Here have one molecular orbital lower energy and one molecular orbital higher energy. This is because of new set of hybridization. Like that, they combine each other to form new set of orbitals. One have lower energy, one have higher energy. Equal energy orbitals combine to give molecular orbital of lower energy and higher energy. Two things we have to say. So I have explained the 5 postulates. So far I have explained the 5 important postulates. Now I am going to the 6th postulate. Electrons present in the atoms filled to molecular orbital based on 3 important rules. What are the 3 important rules? One is Hoffa principle, one is Hund's rule, one is Pauli's exclusion principle. What is Hoffa principle? We already learned in the 2nd chapter. Hoffa principle means to fill the atomic orbital in the increasing order of their energies, starting from the least one. Example, I have start 1s2, 2s2, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 energy increasing like this. 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. So energy will be increased. First you have to fill, initially you have to fill the 1s orbital. After that you have to fill 2s orbital, 2p orbital, 2p, 2s. So in this way we have to fill the electrons in the orbital. This was given by Hoffa principle. What is mean by Hoffa? Hoffa meaning building block. Building start from single, double, triple, it will increase. Right. Next I am going to tell about what is meant by Pauli's exclusion principle. Very important. These are basic principles in the inorganic chemistry. Okay, my dear children, Pauli's exclusion principle means no 2 electrons in an atom can have the 4 set of quantum numbers same. What are the 4 set of quantum number? Principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number and spin quantum number. In the 4th quantum, that is the spin quantum number is different for all the electrons. One is in clockwise direction, other one is anti-clockwise direction. Clockwise direction motion of electron, one is anti-clockwise direction. So electron, this is called Pauli's exclusion principle. No two electrons in an atom can have the same 4 quantum numbers, but that is the electron must be spin in opposite direction. That is why I am explaining this. This is called Pauli's exclusion principle. Next point is Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. What is Hund's rule? Electron must be filled singly. After filling only the pairing starts. This pairing only taking place in degenerate orbitals. I told you what is degenerate orbitals. Orbitals having almost equal energy or comparable energy is called degenerate orbitals. These are the 3 important basic rules. These rules are followed by molecular orbital theory. Now I am going to give one example. Dear children, hydrogen. Let us see hydrogen. Hydrogen molecule. How hydrogen molecule is formed? See, I am going to write energy. Energy is very important. The whole world is based on energy. Without energy, the world will not rotate, move, because energy is the basis of life. Now I am telling that hydrogen atom, two hydrogen atoms combine to form hydrogen molecule plus gives electron covalent bond. Okay. Atomic number of one hydrogen equal to 1 S1. So 1. The atomic number of second hydrogen equal to 1. Atomic number of hydrogen molecule equals to 1, 2. So these are the things, basic things we have to use for our molecular orbital diagram. For hydrogen combined to form hydrogen molecule. Energy increasing. Starting with 1s1. Electronic configuration for this one. Electronic configuration of hydrogen is equal to 1s1. Electronic configuration of second hydrogen equal to 1s1. So I have to start here now. Orbital is filled like this. Combining orbitals. One more thing I forgot to tell, that bonding molecular orbitals having the things sigma, pi and delta, and anti-bonding molecular orbital have signal sigma star, pi star, delta star. These are ABMO, anti-bonding molecular things. These are all bonding molecular orbital things. Now I am going to use the formulas here. Now I am going to give for hydrogen 1s1. This hydrogen 1s1. So here 1 electron is there, here also 1 electron is there. This is ground state. This is bonding molecular orbital, that's lower energy. This is anti-bonding molecular orbital, higher energy. This first, according to Hund's rule, the electron will be filled the lowest energy. After filling only, it will start with higher energy. 1 plus 1, 2 electrons are combined. So now I am going to find the bond order. Bond order is equal to half into Nb minus Na. What is Nb? What is Na? Nb is equal to number of bonding molecular orbital. Number of bonding molecular orbital. Na means number of anti-bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding molecular orbital. So we have to fill. This is called BMO, bonding. I told you, no, this is bonding molecular orbital. Half into how many electrons present in the bonding orbitals? Number of electrons in bonding molecular. Number of electrons in anti-bonding molecular. Half into 2 minus 0. Because here 2 electron is there, here nothing is there. So half into 2 is equal to 1. This is the bond order. Bond order is nothing but the bond order is equal to the number of bond between the two atoms, between the combining atoms. That is called bond order. So number of bond between the combining atom is called your bond order. Here hydrogen bond order is equal to 1. So hydrogen, single bond hydrogen. Now it is paramagnetic or magnetic behavior. Magnetic behavior is equal to magnetic behavior if containing any here. Combined orbital containing any unpaired electron present means paramagnetic. No unpaired electron present means diamagnetic. It is diamagnetic because already it is paired, here empty. So no unpaired electron. Diamagnetic means no unpaired electrons. So if the combining orbitals containing no unpaired electron, then it is highly diamagnetic. Paramagnetic means the combining electrons having some unpaired electrons. If unpaired electron present means it is paramagnetic. No unpaired electron present means diamagnetic. Now I am telling you, hydrogen atom, one hydrogen atom reacts with another hydrogen atom, combined, atomic orbital combined to form molecule. This atomic orbitals combined, covalent bond taking place. Atomic number of one hydrogen is equal to 1. Atomic orbital of second hydrogen is equal to 1. So atomic orbital of hydrogen molecule to 2. Electronic orbital 1s1, 1s2, another hydrogen also 1s1. These are the basic things required for drawing the molecular orbital diagram. Energy increasing. Energy is increasing like this. So we use the half-half principle, energy is increasing. Hund's rule, using Hund's rule to pair up the electrons. Okay, and using Pauli's electronic conversion, each electron will be spin in opposite direction. So the molecular orbital diagram follows the three basic rules. Energy is increasing, electrons are paired using Hund's rule because according to Hund's rule, the electrons should be paired in lower energy. Afterwards only higher energy. This is sigma star anti-bonding. This is the bonding. This is anti-bonding. So one electron from this hydrogen and one electron from this hydrogen combine to form two electrons. Molecular orbital, two electrons to form hydrogen molecule. So now I am going to tell what is bond order. Bond order having an important formula, very important formula. Half into NB minus Na. What is NB? NB is meaning number of electrons present in the bonding molecular orbital. Na means number of electron present in the anti-bonding molecular orbital. So now I am going to use the formula. Half into NB, bonding orbital 2 electrons, anti-bonding electrons no electrons. So half into 2 is equal to 1. This is the bond order. Now I have bond order means what is the meaning? I have given number of bond between the bond formed. Number of bond formed between the combining atom. Hydrogen, single bond hydrogen. Magnetic behavior, how can we see the magnetic behavior? If the combined atoms have unpaired electrons, then it is paramagnetic. If the combining atoms have no unpaired electrons, then it is diamagnetic. Dear children, with this I wind up the class. Thank you, God bless you. Next class I will do some higher molecules under the molecular orbital that will give better understanding. Thank you, God bless you.